Okay, we're officially starting our group chat. We have a huge group chat today, quite a few people on. We got a special group chat because today we're going to go over some really detailed stuff on Craigslist posting and Facebook ad posting. And if you even want some help, I'll go over some app posts as well. So before we get started, one of our members, David, had some questions about appraising and phone. So I'm just going to answer those really quick, and then we're going to get right into the Craigslist details. So go ahead, David.
Hey, thanks, Dave. So I just have a few questions. So I've been getting most of my phones from Facebook instead of Craigslist. I have about 34 live Craigslist ads right now. 12 of them got flagged and 34 survived. So that's good. But on Facebook, I've been getting some, mainly Facebook messages. That's how I've been getting my traffic. And I ask them questions. I try to get them on the phone, and then I start asking them questions about, the condition of the device. And I ask them the model, obviously with the brand, the gigabytes, the carrier, and is it cracked? But sometimes they send me this information through text or through the message. What information is most crucial? Because when they say that it's cracked,
let me stop you really quick.
Yes.
Do you have to text them?
I mean, right now, I'm having a hard time with people, calling me because once I tell them, hey, call me, it's like the conversation stops,
Right, and that's supposed to happen. That's what's called saving your time. Screw those people. Don't worry about them. No, I'm serious. If they don't call me, fine. See you later. I got next. I'm going to move on to placing ads to find good quality people. I don't want to deal with time wasters. See, what that does is for you, David, is just an ego boost. You get, let's say, like 100 messages coming in on Facebook, and it makes it seem like, oh, I'm doing great. I've got all these messages. No, you're not. It all depends on how many phones you're buying and how many you're flipping. That's all I care about, right?
Yeah,
so how many of those people are you turning into deals?
So, Dave, yesterday I posted.
Okay, you got to answer the question, David.
Yeah.
Direct because we don't have a lot of time here. So
exactly.
How many of those people are you converting into deals from the text?
I bought yesterday about 9 phones. And
okay, are those from the messages?
Yes.
Okay.
And today I bought 6 phones. Yeah, 6 phones.
Okay, so that's good. You're getting a lot of phones. Okay. Are any of those from calls, or they're all from messages?
I'd say maybe 80% were from messages.
How many hours are you working for that?
It is taking me a long time. So,
You must be killing yourself to answer questions all day long like that. To get that many phones, you're probably answering what, like 50 messages a day, 40, 50, 60?
Yeah, yesterday my phone blew up. It was like around 50 messages and plus. So, yeah, it took a long while.
All right, so here's the thing. Most of those probably could have been solved with just a phone call. Here's the thing. Like if you had a deal with 80 messages, there were probably those 9 deals were there if you just picked up the phone and called all the people, and all the people who wouldn't respond, you just forgot about them, and you only moved on to just the people who took the phone call. You could have probably reduced your workload by 1/3.
Yeah.
Because then you would have gotten to the heart of the serious people. Because if they can't even pick up the phone to call or to sell you a phone, they're not serious. They're time wasters.
I know. I would much rather do the phone call. But
so if they don't pick up the phone, then just forget about it and move to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, oh, I'm losing a deal. No, you're not. There's no deal there. If they're not serious enough to call you back, there's no deal. Does that make sense? And if you do miss one deal that way, what would you rather do? Would you rather have one deal a week and kill yourself? Like work 50 hours taking messages, because that's not my idea of a fun time. Mm-hmm. Or would you rather work 5 hours a week and have one less deal per week? What would you prefer?
Well, I would prefer, obviously, the less work for, most profit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right now, I mean, I thought, if I had 30 Craigslist ads and I want to put more, like I want to reach 50 and 60 and so on and so forth. But from my Craigslist ads, I don't know if it's the region that I'm in, Oklahoma City, I'm getting very few calls from Craigslist.
Well, you will get fewer calls from Craigslist, but they're good quality ones. That's the thing. The thing is, if you get 3 calls a day from Craigslist and you close them, that's good. Now, Facebook posts, you might be getting more. Sometimes Facebook group posts, we're going to get into this right now anyways, is they can be more effective than Craigslist in certain areas. So you have to test your area, guys. So, some areas Craigslist is going to be better. Like our area, Craigslist is really good. But then now, especially over the last couple of years, Facebook has started to become even better than Craigslist Facebook group posts. So you will get a lot of those. Problem with Facebook is you're going to get a lot of time wasters. You get tons of people that just want to send you a Facebook message rather than picking up the phone. Just don't waste your time with them. Just pick them up, pick up the phone and call them. And if they don't answer, that's, you know, just don't worry about them.
Yeah. So my question was about the appraisal, right? About like what do you ask about when you're trying to figure out about the cracked LCD? Because some of them are no power, some of them are, you know, it's completely blacked out, but it does have power. You know, like the home button vibrates, like this kind of stuff. You know, so and I can't get them to get out of the iCloud.
Yeah, for cracked LCD, this is what I would do. If you guys are going to buy cracked LCD and you're not doing repairs, for anybody who wants to buy a cracked LCD, for those people that don't know, means you can't see the display on the screen. It means the screen is cracked and you can't see the display. I would buy those for the same price as no power. When you guys do your appraisal, just type no power at the end of it. Smartphone, no power. Okay? If you don't know how to do the iPhone repairs. Now, if you know how to do iPhone repairs like we do, what we do is when we buy an iPhone with a cracked LCD, we'll take the screen off because it's just 2 screws on the bottom and then 3 disconnectors. We take the connectors off and we just put a test screen on so we don't have to do a full install, and we can see the phone and have them take all their stuff off that way. So if you guys have gotten my iPhone repair course and you know how to take the screens off, you can make more money with those and it's easier to do. So, and you can make more profit with iPhone repairs. I think I said this last week on the group chat.
Yeah. So what about if they cannot get out of the iCloud? If they, you know, their sons, you know, I bought a phone yesterday. The guy said, my daughter forgot the password, whatever, you know. So
you don't buy it.
You just don't buy it at all.
Nope. It's probably stolen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't buy stolen merchandise. So I mean, if someone doesn't know their own password, it's 90% is probably stolen. So yeah. Yep, I don't buy those. I mean, if you accidentally buy an iCloud lock phone, you guys can sell it on eBay and get your money back, but I'm not going to knowingly buy one with a password.
Yeah. So when you appraise these cracked LCDs, like I've gotten some that the digitizer is messed up and I'm still not doing the repair yet. I want to start doing that, you know, pretty soon. But the digitizer is messed up. The screen is, you know, just cracked. You can still see the image, but you know, we can't get into the phone or that kind of a deal. So that would be appraised also as no power. So my question is, what gets appraised as what, you know, despite what you see on the phone or, yeah.
I don't understand your question. To be honest, David, I think it's been a little bit longer than I expected the question to go because you asked probably 5 questions. It's turned into a personal coaching call. So just to be fair to everybody else, because we have 29 people on the group chat, I'm going to move on if you don't mind. Okay. And unless everybody wants me to answer those questions, or if we want, because I really want to make sure we get to everybody with the Craigslist and Facebook posting today, so we get the calls coming in for everybody, because some people are struggling with that as well. Okay, so you can ask that question if you'd like in the Facebook group, David, or if I have time later on, I'll get to you again. Is that okay?
All right. Thank you very much, Dave.
Oh, you're welcome. Just want to make sure everybody gets a turn.
All right.
Okay. Okay, guys. So are you guys ready to go into the Craigslist? Do you want to go into that now, or what would you rather see? Craigslist, Facebook, or something else? Go ahead and type in the chat, guys. Jack says Facebook. David says Facebook. Sean says Facebook. Okay. So you guys want to do more of the Facebook. Wow. Everybody's interested in Facebook. Okay. Real quick. All right. So everybody type in 2 numbers. First number, I want you to type in how many Craigslist ads you have. Okay. Second one, I want you to type in how many times a day you're posting in Facebook groups. Okay. First number, how many Craigslist ads I want 2 numbers, guys. First one, how many Craigslist ads you have. 2, how many times you're posting a day in Facebook posts. Okay. David says 34 Craigslist ads, 21 times a day. 21 times a day on Facebook? Wow, no wonder why you're getting a lot of messages. That's pretty good. Jack says 45 on Craigslist, 1 on Facebook. Let's see. Tyler says 3 Facebook. David says 21 groups. Ryan says 40 Craigslist, 10 times a day in Facebook. Carlos says 0. Chris says 35 and 5. Eric says 34 and 10. Andrew says 15 Craigslist, 1 Facebook. Kenny says 6 and 0. Diana says 28 and a half. Martin says 15 and 2. Shannon says 0 and 3 times a week. Okay, so you'll notice a lot of the people that are getting a lot of calls are at like 30 plus Craigslist ads and 5 to 10 Facebook group postings a day, right? So you guys aren't going to get lucky with 3 Facebook group posts a day and expect to make lots of money. It's just not going to happen. So if you want to do big money, you have to do what the people in the course that are doing big money do. So you need to have, you know, at least 30 Craigslist ads, and you need to have 5 to 10 Facebook group posts a day. So I just wanted everybody to see that so they know, okay? Don't pick one or the other. Try to do both of them. Do Craigslist and do Facebook. Do them both, because you don't know what, sometimes some parts of the week, certain media works better than others. Sometimes you get all your calls from Facebook. Sometimes you get all your calls from Craigslist. Sometimes you get all people calling about laptops. Sometimes you get people all calling about phones. So you need to diversify, guys. Diversification is the key to hitting big numbers. You got to have a variety of items that you buy, and you've got to have a variety of places that you're posting. And you should also have business cards as well. So it's not just about the ads. I'll get into that in a little bit. Okay. So we have 28 people in the chat right now, and only about 10 people actually typed in their numbers right now. So I'm wondering if the rest of the people are just embarrassed and they didn't put it. I'm going to assume you have 0. I don't know what the deal is, but if that's you guys, make sure that you're, you know, you bought this program so you can succeed. So, you know, go tomorrow. And if you have to start small, just post 3 Craigslist ads a day, and then post 1 time in a Facebook group tomorrow. That's your goal. All right. For everybody who doesn't have any of these, tomorrow your goal is 3 Craigslist ads and post in 1 Facebook group. I know even if you do nothing all day, if you don't buy 1 phone and you just do that, you're going to make leaps and bounds of progress. Okay. So let's get into the advanced stuff. So I'm going to let Amy take over. Amy's my wife, and she runs Buy Sell Fix for me currently. So she's actively in the stores doing all the posting, promoting, and everything like that. And she's going to go over like our Craigslist ads and the Facebook groups and what she's doing right now to promote. We're, just to show you here, our eBay sales. This is our sales for the last 31 days is 15,000. So, you know, if you guys want to do that, then you gotta put up the numbers. You gotta start doing ads. You gotta do Facebook posts. And we've been slacking this month, honestly. I've been really focused on my other businesses. I haven't been trying hard at all. So we're actually kind of low. I probably should be at 20,000 for this month, but I'm goofing off a little bit, and I've been traveling for like almost the entire month. But anyways, let's get into it. So you ready? All right. Why don't you go ahead and show them like how you do the Facebook group posts and some techniques, what you're currently doing, the ads you have up right now on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Which group? I have to do under your name because I can't.
Yeah, it's right here. Just go here.
All right. Can you see what I posted today? Actually.
Do you want to log into your account or no?
Can I?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oops.
By the way, you can say hi to everybody.
Hi. Sorry. I'm right in work mode. All right. So today, actually, I had gone in and I had joined, oh my God, a lot of groups. Actually, yeah, you can see here's one of the Facebook ad I ran today. Really complicated. Cash for iPhones, smartphones, and electronics, and our store number. That was it. Black Sharpie and a piece of paper.
And you got a comment on that already? Or not?
I got comments I've been getting comments like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just stop one at a time really quick. Okay. So guys, some people think that this is too simple, and believe it or not, these ads will blow your phone up. Ever since we did the what do you call it, the group chat on this once where Amy showed this, just people have been getting so much business coming in. Okay. Tara's asking, do you respond to the comments? Do you?
Not really. I mean, I responded like 2, and then I just happened to be on Facebook when I saw the comments pop up, but normally no. If I do, it's usually, hey, give me a call in the morning. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
Here's the thing, guys. It all depends on like how hungry you are. You know, if you want to work like crazy and you're hungry, you don't have a lot of money in your bank account, you can definitely respond to the comments. You'll get more business. I mean,
actually, you can see right there.
We literally do nothing for this 15,000 a month. I mean, I don't do it. I haven't even seen my store in like 2 months. Like, if I really wanted to up my sales to like 30, 40,000 a month, I'd be responding to comments. I'd be messaging these people. I'd be promoting probably in like 10 groups a day, 15 groups a day. But we're super lazy. It's like, call us or we don't bother with you. And you could be like that if you just want to like have it super easy and then only the best people call you. But if you're trying to make you know, as much money as possible, and you don't, you know, as you have less than 1,000 in your bank account, I'd be doing everything like David.
You're gonna work hard.
You know, like David is working hard, which you don't want to do that forever, but it's going to make money faster by doing all that stuff, having a lot of activity. So you definitely can. But this ad will get your phone blowing up and will get interactions.
If
Okay.
you look at the post, I actually put please call like at the top.
And this is not a software here. This is just a written piece of paper with a photo. You just take a picture of a piece of paper
with my phone, and I uploaded it into Facebook, and that was it.
So let me just grab a piece of pen and paper really quick. So literally all you got to do, right, is you just take, let me just stop sharing the screen for a second. Just take a piece of paper, and you literally cash for phones. Now, we did a boot camp at my store where a couple people traveled down to me. We were driving in the car. We posted one of these ads while we were in the car. A kid took a picture of it, threw it on Facebook. Within 5 minutes, he had like 20 comments. So it works. Cash for phones. Like, see this? My writing looks like crap. I probably will get 15 calls from this ad. And I'm not joking. So if you're not doing this, you need to do it, all right? You don't lose anything from this because, guys, it's free, right? So it costs you nothing to write on a piece of paper except the cost of that paper and the ink on your pen. And if you have a smartphone, you take a picture of that and you post it in a Facebook group. It's free. Costs you nothing, and it makes you lots of money. First time I did this, I made $1,000 profit in a day. Okay, that's when I was actually working harder. So, I mean, it works, guys. All right, how many people have done this so far, by the way? Anybody in the chat? Type in the chat if you've tried this technique so far and it's worked. Tyler says, all I do. David Kim says, I have. David Kim bought 9 phones yesterday, so he must be doing something right. Chris Crape says me. Martin says me. Joe says me. Ryan says it works. Okay, awesome. All right, so if you're not doing that, make sure you're doing that. Definitely, I would give that a try tomorrow. Okay, I'll let Amy continue. Just for the text of the ad here. It says, I'm looking to pay you cash for your user cracked phones, smartphones, electronics. Keep it super simple. And then Amy throws in the little emoticons. The emoticons are work. The stupid emojis. People love emojis lately. You got to use them in your ads. Emojis are the thing now. Everybody's using emojis. So you'll get, you get more women calling you too and things like that. If you throw emojis in there, you'll get people more friendly calling you.
Yeah, people that are more standoffish, that are afraid to call you. I mean, it looks like I'm very friendly, so, you know, I'll get a ton of calls from it.
Okay, so yeah, why don't you show them a couple more ads? I'm just going to grab a drink of water while you do that. Go ahead. Yep. Yeah, just show them all the Facebook group posts that you did today.
Well, I usually stick to one, and then I just put them in different groups. Like, I'll make one like this. We have 3 stores, so I'll put different numbers, obviously, for each one. But I'll just go and throw them up in. Today, I think I did about 8 Facebook groups. Some are pending, but they usually get accepted within the nighttime. But
show them a different group now. Just pick something else, even if it's the same ad, it's fine.
Same ad.
Yeah.
Here's one. See, different phone number. It's the same one. And
now, how many times are you posting in groups every day?
Today I did 8 posts, and I actually joined another 8 groups.
Have we been gotten banned from groups because of that?
No, because I only join like 8 groups, and I only like post in so many groups a day. I don't do any more than 10, and even 10 is pushing it. Usually on average, I do anywhere between 6 to 10 posts.
Some people are very skeptical of posting on Facebook. For some reason, they think it's like against Facebook terms of service, or they're going to get banned, or the Facebook.
Like this one right here, the RI trade and sell. I think this one's a pending post. I put it up, and then the administrators had to actually look at it and approve it before they let it in, and they let it in.
Okay.
So
does anybody have a question on this so far, guys, as far as the Facebook group posting? But just show them how to find let's show them how to find a group if they don't have a question right now. I say that there you go. So just ask the question, best way to find a group. So why don't we show them that method I showed you how to find the groups?
Yeah. Like this one, this RI trade sell. This was a group I actually just joined today.
So can you just show them the process, please?
Yeah.
So go to home. And then go to groups.
I don't even do that.
This is easier.
Yeah.
You go to groups.
Discover.
Okay, well, they got to see it, so go slow. So.
Sorry, guys.
I'm training Amy on how to train people right now, so that's why I'm having her do the group chat. So bear with me, guys. Amy's got to be training all the new employees.
Bear with me.
All right. So you're going to go here to home, and then you're going to go to groups. Okay. Once you go to groups, you're going to click this discover button. Okay. Now the cool thing is if you go up here on the top, See this arrow? You're going to keep scrolling until you find buy and sell. See right here? Facebook is actually going to give you recommended groups to join. So you click on buy and sell, and then it will show you all the groups right in your local area. Just scroll down and see it says local. You just go to see more under local, and you don't even have to do any work. It actually does all the work for you. It shows you these are all groups that you haven't joined yet that are in your local area. And we've joined probably like 50 of them, and there's still more that we can join. So like, look at this, Aquidneck Island, Family Solid Swamp, boom, join. Oh wait, we don't want to.
Sometimes when you join a group, it asks you to answer questions, but they're usually pretty simple.
I'm on Yard Sale Fall River. Let's join that. Warwick Auction, 4,000 members. You want to join the ones with big members, like 15,000, 4,000, 20,000. Those are the good. Oh, another one of these questions.
Yeah, those are.
Rhode Island Auction, 7,800 members. That's a great group. Boy, everybody's doing these questions lately. Yeah, I mean, I would answer these questions. I'm just not going to do it on the group chat. So if you have the time, just answer the questions and join the group because it'll be worth it. And those are the most engaged groups too, usually, because they're trying to protect the integrity of the group. Bristol Warren Families Selling Swap. That's going. There we go. Let me see. Someone asked a question here. Joining more now. Excellent. Okay.
Good.
So that's how you guys can find groups. Now, here's another way you can find groups. Why don't you go ahead and I'll watch. Amy's going to show you another way that you can find the groups.
One way I've been doing it is just go to groups and discover. And then if you scroll down, where did I find it?
You looking for a logo?
No, there was a section that said groups like the ones you've already joined. Right now. But another way that you can go about it is basically just come up here to your search bar, and the best luck I've had with groups are yard sale groups, buy, sell, trade groups, Chamber of Commerce groups. So, I mean, for the sake of, we'll just type in yard sale RI because we're in Rhode Island. And as you can see, we've already joined these, but it says groups right there. Go to see all. Is that it?
Yep.
And as you can see, there's a big long list of all the local yard sale groups. And I go down, like I said, I'll join like 8 to 10 a day. And sometimes it takes a day or so for somebody to accept your request. But then the ones that I get accepted for, I'll just make those the groups I post in tomorrow. That's a key thing too. I never post in the same groups more than once or twice a week. Otherwise you get kind of spammy, and there is a chance that you'll start getting kicked out of groups if you do that.
How do you rotate them all? What's your technique for rotating all the groups that you posted? Do you just try to remember it or what?
Well, I had a couple of different methods. There was one, I actually had a piece of paper, a log, and I would write down the groups that I did. More recently, I'm breaking it down by towns in my local area. So one day I'll focus all on Warwick. Another day which is a town in Rhode Island. Another day I'll focus on Providence, which is another town in our state. And I'll do post groups for all those different towns. That's probably the easiest way to keep track of it. Oh, sorry, that's yours. The chat. Do you post for sale or discussion in groups? You mean like when I'm making a post, Tyler? Like
Can you do a post right now? How many times you post today? Too many or no?
Yeah, I did too many today. I can do it on your name, but I can't do it on mine.
Yeah, go ahead, make a post.
Just do it anyway.
Oh wait, I mean, that's mine, but it doesn't log into mine.
This is my group.
Just show them how to do a post. Find a group and we just won't submit it. Because if you guys post in like 10 or 20 times in a day, you could get put in Facebook jail where they restrict you from posting in groups for 2 weeks. It happened to me once about a year and a half ago. So, but as long as you're not posting in more than 10, you should be fine. Yeah. I've never had it for more if I posted in less than 10 a day. I mean, I got banned because I mean, not banned, but I got put in Facebook jail. I was posting in like 35 groups a day. It was pretty ridiculous. So, I mean, I really was like the definition of a spammer.
All right, I'm writing my piece of paper right now. Actually. Right.
Well, you just use a picture you already have. I mean, well,
The one I already did today?
Just show them how to post it. We don't even have to use the picture or anything.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
fine. Photos. Oops. Not going to have the ones I did today. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Go to. I guess. You know, just make the post. We don't need to do all this right,
All right,
now.
the
Just
picture.
make the post. Yeah, they understand the picture, I think.
All right.
Just show them how to do the post.
Why is yours different than mine? All right. So basically, there's two ways to do a post. You can either start a discussion or you can sell something. Sometimes I'll mix it up and I will go to sell something, but I usually have better luck in our area by just starting a discussion. And I'll just, you know, I'll keep it short, sweet, and very, I try to keep it friendly. Let me see. Looking to pay cash for your Samsung Galaxy Note smartphone. Call for a quote. You can put call for a quote, call for a free quote, whichever you feel more comfortable. Like Dave said on the Queen, the emojis.
So wait, show where the emojis are. Some people don't know how to put an emoji in.
The emojis. If you look right over here to the right, you see the little smiley face. You just click on that, and these are some of the ones I most commonly use. You got the dollar, stack of dollars. You got the happy faces. The let me think about it.
Go ahead, just pick an emoji.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to show them how to do it.
That's usually one of my favorites. Over here, I'll probably put another one. Put a phone. And then you can put the phone number up here in the post, but most of the time I put the phone number in the picture.
Do you ever use the multi-group post option?
That's if you sell something.
So guys, if you go to sell something, why don't you hop off for 1 second? I just want to take over. You can actually post in 4 to 5 groups at once. If you go to sell something and then you go to post, it will actually give you a drop-down menu of other groups to post in. I don't know if it's going to submit it if I do it right now. I kind of don't want to do that. Let me just, yeah, see this?
Yeah.
So if you go down here, if you post it as sell something, see this is why I like, instead of discussing, you click on sell something, because what you could do, save you a ton of time, it'll just give you all your groups right here and you just go click, 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 and boom, you can post that same post in 5 groups all in one shot. Boom, tons of time saved right there, and you got yourself 5, 6 Facebook group posts in 1 minute. I'm all about streamline and efficiency, guys. I want to make as much money as possible in the shortest amount of time. So I recommend doing it that way if you can. And then if you want to, you know, make your posts a little bit differently for each one, then you can use the other method. Costa says just post it to a group. Bam! Great job. Like that. Taking action right away. Learn it. Best way, guys, it does you no good if you just learn this stuff. You got to learn it and apply it. You got to take it and then go actually do it. So that's great to see. Okay. Any questions on the Facebook group post? How many people found this helpful today? Because we're heading to Craigslist next. Unless you guys don't want to do Craigslist, we can do something else. I can answer the question instead. Okay. Only one person found it helpful. Oh, no. Okay. Eric says yes. Sean says yes. Martin says yes. Carlos says helpful. Is there anything else that you guys would like to know about? Marta says yes. Tyler says thank you. Amber says very helpful. What's the number one thing that's burning on your brain right now, guys? Give me the number one thing that you need to know about that will help you more. Is it getting more calls, negotiating better? Is it you don't know how to do appraisals? What's the burning thing on everybody's brain today? David says appraising different kinds of damaged phones. Eric says phone financing. Eric, you've been asking for phone financing a week. I've answered your question like 10 times. You won't accept my answer. Tyler says better appraisals. Carlos says confused on number of phones on account. I don't know what that means.
My phone's on account.
I don't know what that means. Can you clarify that? So I guess nobody cares about the Craigslist today. So if you don't want to go over Craigslist, we can just start answering questions in the Facebook group, and I could do a general question and answer. What would you guys prefer? Salvatore says I live in the Netherlands. You know, Craigslist, similar platform. We pay $1.50 per ad to renew them. So my ads are getting flagged because I pay at the same bank account. This holds me back. You know, I don't know. Because we're not from the Netherlands. That's a really tough question to ask. I don't know the platform you're using. Can you just have different bank accounts to post ads? I don't know. If they're paid ads, though, you probably don't have to have tons of ads to renew. I would consider learning how to do Facebook. I would do the Facebook group posts in your area because I don't think you have to pay there. So I would try the Facebook group post for you, Salvatore. Dan says different damaged phones. Eric says a question and answer. All right, let's do a question and answer. Forget about Craigslist because it doesn't seem like anybody cares about Craigslist right now. So let's go into, I got to get back to my Facebook. And let's just get into everybody's questions for today. Okay. I want to make sure I give you guys what you want. So if you're not interested in the Craigslist, you know, if you don't have 30 Craigslist ads up a day, though, you should definitely be doing that, learning Craigslist. All right, let's see. Let's look at the post and see what everybody asked for questions. I lost the post. Sorry, I had this ready before the thing, and then we switched it. Oh, here it is. It was the top post. Okay. Here we go. Let's talk about appraisals for laptops. Okay, so laptops, guys. How many? Did anybody? If you guys have the coaching call vault that I sent you, you should have a replay of the group chats. You know, we did a whole group chat once on laptops. We did like 3 group chats on laptops before. If you just go to that group chat and you click on that, you're going to find a lot of good information about group chats. Also in the course, there's a course video in the phone flipping 2.0 videos where I actually buy a live laptop. Who watched the video where I bought a live laptop right in the store and you get to watch me negotiate with the guy? Anybody see that video? That's also in the course as well. All right, but I'll just give you a quick, brief synopsis of appraising laptops. So, guys, a laptop is more of a guesstimate than phones, and it's a little bit different animal. So, for example, we have a laptop here. I can appraise. Give me that other one that I was going to keep for myself, but then I decided against. Is it right over there? Yeah. Let me just grab that. So this laptop here we paid $40 for, and I'll show you how to appraise it really quick. Let's see what people said in the chat. So the vault, guys, it's in the document I sent you when you bought the course videos. It's coaching call vault, and it has a list of all the past coaching call replays. There's a lot of gold in that, guys. If you're not watching the old coaching old coaching call replays, I mean, you're missing out because we just cover so much good information in those. And like Eric said, he's watching those videos again for the second time. There's just so much that you'll miss by not watching those. All right, so here's the laptop. And what we're going to do is we're going to look on the bottom. Now, usually on a laptop, there's the model number is in the bottom. That's what you're looking for. Okay, the model number here is X553M. So I'm just going to go to eBay, X553M, and I'm going to type that in. And then the computer's going to show up usually. If I want to weed out all this junk, I can just type in laptop usually. And that will help refine my search a little bit so I don't have to go through all that junk. And then we're going to go to sold listings. Okay, and see, here it is right here. Laptop Pentium X553 Asus. This is what it is. Now this one actually has 8 gig and 1 terabyte. Supposedly, that's what my eBay lister wrote on this. But Here's one for $135. Now, we only paid $40 for it, which is a pretty good price. And that's pretty much accurate. Believe it or not, I probably wouldn't have paid more than $40 for this. Because, see, with a laptop, you're going to ship it in a medium flat rate box. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second so you guys can all see me okay. So, you're going to use one of these, and you're going to wrap this in bubble wrap. Okay, your bubble wrap, right? And to ship this, it costs about $12 with the medium flat rate box. So you're going to roll it up like this. And I would say probably do that 2 or 3 more times, and then do one roll this way. Then you're going to shove it in this box. Now, these flat rate boxes, the good thing about these is that they are one price for any weight. So as long as it fits in this box, you can ship it, and it's like $12 with the eBay discount. That's it. So it's more than a phone, though, because a phone is only $2.30. So you got to factor the shipping cost in when you guys are appraising laptops. So let's say you appraise this thing's going to sell at $135, $139. Well, you got your eBay fees. That's 10% off the top. So 10% of $135 is $13. Let's just say $14 or $15 just to make this easy. Right? So now I'm only going to net $120. That's what I'm actually going to bring in money-wise. But now it's going to cost me another $12 to ship it. So now I'm only bringing in $108. You got to factor that in, because if you think you can pay $60 for this laptop, you're wrong. You're not going to make much money, right? So if I offer $40, now I'm making myself a nice $68 profit on this laptop, even with the expensive shipping costs and the fees. Yeah, free shipping for everything. No matter what we sell, it's always free shipping, guys. Free shipping is, I never charge for shipping, ever. Haven't charged for shipping in 6 years on eBay. So don't ever charge for shipping. It's not good practice for your account. Okay. Dell says he has a question. Go ahead. Is it about the laptops, or is it just so? Does anybody else have a question on the laptops? Did that clear up your question on the laptops, or do you need more information on laptops? Here's the thing. Sometimes, guys, with laptops, there's going to be weird situations. Sometimes a key is missing. Sometimes, you know, there could be a cracked screen. You've always just got to go low when you're buying laptops. You know, like if you went 30, you would have been fine. 40. Don't be aggressive as you are with phones, with laptops, because there's a lot more working components and things that can go wrong. Eric's asking, what do you check for laptops? You know, I check to make sure it turns on and it boots up and it has the charger. And if it does that, I'm probably going to buy it. I mean, I don't know. There's not much else to check. I mean, you can't be going in there doing a full inspection of a laptop while you're, yeah, just make sure to restore it. Make sure that it turns on and it boots up, and then that there's a charger. Just make sure there's no passwords. Like, I always do a factory restore on every laptop before we give the cash. I give a restore. I know I say this all the time, but I just want to make sure everybody's doing this. Always restore any product that you buy before you even give them the cash, ever. Okay? You can't check if a laptop's stolen. There's no way. So you guys ask me that all the time. There's no way to check if a laptop is stolen. You're just going to have to make sure you're getting a bill of sale and an ID. That's the only way to know. So, you know, don't let that stop you from buying it, though. As long as you're getting a driver's license, if they have the original charger with it and they have the laptop, you're getting an ID, it's more than likely theirs. If they show up and they're like, yeah, I got this laptop, man, but I don't know where the charger went. I lost it. Will you buy it? I mean, that's probably stolen. I would maybe consider turning that one down, because, I mean, who doesn't have the charger for their own laptop, right? I mean, it's different with phones. Phones, nobody keeps the charger, but laptops, you know, you got to kind of have the charger to use it. So I wouldn't buy it if they don't have the charger. We usually turn those down. All right, next question here. Tyra says, educating a seller that does not have access to eBay to show them what the market is at. You know, that's such a niche question. I mean, I'm not going to answer that just to take time on the group chat, because it's going to happen so little. Very few people don't have eBay. So it's not going to happen often. If that happens, just move on to someone else, because honestly, you don't want to be dealing with that, spending your time trying to educate someone who doesn't even have access to eBay. So, you know, just move on to the next call. Try to get more ads up so you get more calls, so you don't have to worry about those people. Dell, if you have a question, please just post it in the Facebook group, and I'll go ahead and answer it as I go, because I got to answer these questions in the order they were posted to make sure I give everybody a turn. And then once I get done with those, I'll go ahead and get to your question, Dell, okay? So don't let me forget. Chris says you said you're going to role play with me. Chris, if you're on the chat, are you still here? Okay. So I did tell you I was going to role play with you. I don't know if we're going to have time for the role play. I said that last week, but you couldn't come on. So I'll try to role play with you, but we can only do like a couple minutes, and I'll do my best for you. If you want to hop on and unmute yourself, I'll go ahead and do that really quick. So while I'm waiting for you to unmute yourself, Chris, I'll go ahead and move on to everybody else. Eric says, IMEIPro.info has carrier checkers that seem to be able to tell you if a phone's financed or not. Eric, you kill me with this question. Nope. Should we use this tool as Guys, look, it doesn't matter if a phone is financed, if it's AT&T or Verizon, it does not matter. Period. It doesn't matter. If it's financed and it's Verizon, you can buy it. If it's financed, if it's AT&T, you can buy it as a clean ESN. You just sell it. You don't worry about it. Only if it's stolen, that's when you're going to have a problem. If it's T-Mobile or Sprint, you buy as a bad ESN. I don't worry whether they're financed or not. If it's Sprint or T-Mobile, buy as bad ESN. If it's Verizon or AT&T, clean ESN. If you guys ask me any questions, I'm going to tell you the same exact thing every single time. The answer is not going to change. So if you ask me the same question tomorrow, be the same answer. Verizon and AT&T, always clean ESN. T-Mobile and Sprint, bad ESN. Simple.
Hey, Dave.
Yep.
Quick question. So about that, I gave this offer to this person for an S8. It was in perfect condition, $360, dollars for it. And then she said yes, but then she was like, "What do I tell AT&T?" And then I didn't know. And I said, "Well, I can pay you this, and then you can take care of this headache, but then you have to choose to deal with AT&T." So I didn't know what to tell them.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question, David. And we're just kind of going through all these. Can you just type that question in the chat, and if I have time, I'll get to that for you. Is that cool?
Right.
Yep. All right. Thanks. I appreciate it. Guys, yeah, if you have any questions, just go to the Facebook group right now. Put your question in, so that way everybody can see the questions that were answered on the group chat, and I can answer them for you. Okay. Steve Young says, is IMEI Pro info the way to check for iCloud activation log? Yes. IMEI Pro. You just go here, IMEIPro.info. Okay, and when you guys are checking iPhones, make sure you go to iPhone IMEI checker. You won't get accurate results. That's very important. So when you want to check the IMEI, just go here. You type in the IMEI of the iPhone, and it's going to tell you if the Find My iPhone is on or if it's off. We were just doing this earlier. Actually, do you have a phone? I'll just check one really quick for everybody. For those who are wondering about this. Now, I got to tell you, we don't even check IMEIs anymore at the store. Like if it's bad ESN or if it's T-Mobile or Sprint, we don't check the ESN. It's just we buy it as bad ESN. If it's Verizon, AT&T, we buy it as clean ESN. That's all. And if someone reports it stolen later on or something like that, we'll just take it back and we'll relist it as a bad ESN. That's what we're doing right now. Let's see. So let's pick this phone that we got right here. 3566 76 0852 4511. Okay. I have to get the IM. If they have, so that's what's called an MEID, right? They have the MEID on the back of the phone instead of the IMEI. I mean, the back on the box. Oh, this is an S, so it doesn't have the IMEI here. This is a bad one to pick. Am I missing a number? Yeah. Are you sure?
3566 7608.
Yep.
5254.
Oh, I missed the 5. Oops. I was going to say, I thought that wasn't a Sprint one.
And 511.
Okay. So there you go. You see Find My iPhone is off. iCloud status clean. Black hole's clean. We're good to go. Okay. So guys, I know in the course it had different training videos. Please forget everything about those. Okay. I'm going to actually delete those videos so I don't have any more confusion. So for the new rules is just T-Mobile or Sprint, buy it as a bad ESN. Verizon or AT&T, buy it as a clean ESN. You're good to go. If you follow those simple rules, you're not going to have much problems at all. All right. Let's see. Steve says, I read that Apple Warranty Checker is a quick way to check if iPhone is fake or not. As far as fake phones, guys, if you're getting driver's license for people, you will not usually get fake phones ever. Most people are not going to purposely give you a fake phone and then say, here you go, here's all my information you can give to the police. Then when you find out I screwed you. I mean, most people aren't going to do that. So as long as you get driver's license, you will not have those problems. I wouldn't even waste your time worrying about if iPhones are fake or not. I don't know, Steve, are you in the chat right now, Steve Young? I think you just bought the course tonight. So you'll find once you start buying phones, it's not something you're really going to have to worry about, really. Martha says, how to make offers on Mac laptop and check a serial number to make sure it's not stolen. You can't check a serial number to make sure it's not stolen with a MacBook. There's no way. So you just have to buy it. And if you're getting driver's license and bill of sales, like I said, you should not have any problem with that. Guys, I can't tell you how much that driver's license and bill of sale wards off thieves. It all goes away when you just make sure you write all their information down on the driver's license. You're getting a bill of sale. If you're not doing that, you're putting yourself at big risk. I hope everybody here is getting a driver's license. Diana says, what if it comes back unknown? What do you mean by that, Diana? If what, the IMEI comes back as unknown? I'll just move on while I'm waiting for that. Let me see. Oh, yes. If it comes back unknown, then, like I said, if it's Verizon or AT&T, just buy it as a clean ESN. And if it's Sprint or T-Mobile, buy it as a bad ESN. And if you're trying to check the Find My iPhone, just when you buy the phone, when you're right there, make sure you restore the phone and you don't have to worry about it. All you got to do is just restore the phone and go through the activation sequence, and then that tells you for sure the Find My iPhone app is off. So you don't have to worry about that. Don't rely on these things too much, guys. I feel like people are worrying about that stuff a little too much. You really, I think you guys are trying to go like above and beyond what you really need to do. Just try to keep it simple. Let's see. Okay, Martha. So Martha, did I answer your question? I think we went about the Mac. Well, I didn't talk about Macs, but basically it's the same thing as laptops. You know, like if it's a Mac that's worth $400, I'll probably offer like $220 on that because it's going to be a little bit different margins than with phones. So you're not going to use those same percentages in the buying guide that I gave you guys. You're going to use a little bit different percentage. You're going to just go a little lower with the laptops. Kenny says, what do you do if the caller's phone is water damaged or the power doesn't turn on? You can't determine the storage size. So that's a great question, Kenny. If you can't determine the storage size because the phone is off, guys, just always assume it's the lowest gigabytes. It's just buy it as like 16 gigs. Because when a phone is damaged, the gigabytes doesn't matter anyways. It's useless. It's a dead phone. So the only thing they're going to buy it for is just to strip the parts off of it. So the gigabytes means nothing when it has no power. So just assume like if there's a 16 gig version, a 32 and a 64, just assume it's the 16 gig and go off that appraisal. So let's say if it was like an iPhone 6 no power, you would just type in, you would go like iPhone 6 no power AT&T smartphone, 16 gig, let's just say. Because you can't really figure out what the gigabytes is. So right here are $60, 90, 60. Looks like it's selling for about 65. So oh wait, that's a 6 Plus. And that's a 6S. So wait a minute, no. None of these are 6s. So that's a bad example. So be careful with that, guys. So this one, okay, this one's for 65. That was a 16 gig.
Have you ever tried using quotation marks?
Hold on one second. Let me just do that, and then I'll answer the question. So that's 55, and that's 45. So only about $50, I would say, for this one, for an iPhone 6 no power. Quotation marks for what? For the 6?
Yeah, because I notice every time I try to type in iPhone 6 something and it's just a 6, I always get S and plus or 6S plus. But if you try like iPhone quotation mark and then iPhone 6, like 32 gigabytes, then I notice I only get iPhone 6s and no S's or pluses.
Didn't work. Just went 0. I don't know. Did I do it right?
No, you have to. The quotation has to start before the iPhone and after the 6.
Oh, let's try it. Still didn't work for me.
Go back to the original search.
Let me get rid of power, maybe. I don't know.
The 16 gigabytes needs to come after the 6, and then the quotation goes after the gigabytes. But that's the way I got it to work.
Oh, so you go iPhone 6, 16 gigabyte, and the quotations around.
Like this? Tell me where to move the quote.
Yeah, like that.
Good call, Eric. Good job. Now, what if I type no power, though, with that? Do I put the no power here? Oops.
I'm not sure. You could try it.
Try it. What the heck?
It doesn't always work. but it usually works well
No.
for iPhone 6.
The only problem with that is tough. It's very limiting because you can't add any of these other words. So
Put it after the quotation.
unless you're just looking for a basic iPhone 6, but that's a cool technique anyways if you're just looking for an iPhone 6. Thanks for that tip. Good
Yeah, I
call.
think it saves time if you're trying to appraise a 6 because there's just so many other things it's going to pull up.
Yeah. Carl says on Craigslist it's 5 email addresses per phone line. I'm having a situation getting on the phone lines. So I think I answer this question literally in every group chat. So guys, if you haven't, try to watch some of those replays of the other group chats if you can. But for the for the phone lines, just see if you can just ask a friend to verify it for you, or your mother, brother, sister, anybody because all you need is just literally a number to get the code texted to, and that's it. It doesn't affect their line any other way. So if you're just like, hey, do you mind if I just borrow your number to get a Craigslist code texted? As long as they're not advertising on Craigslist with that number, then it doesn't bother them at all. So just see if you can find someone else to help you out with it. That's the best way. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. That was a great question, Kenny. If they mention the carrier and storage sites, how would you confirm it if power was off? I would just explain to them, say, unfortunately, the gigabytes doesn't really matter because I don't have a way to verify it. Remember, when we buy, guys, we don't gamble. So we only go by the facts that we see in front of us. So if we don't know for sure something, we don't take their word for it, no matter what. Even if they say it, we can't take their word unless we can verify it. That's the key. We need to verify. Mohammed says, what is the best site to unlock phones? I don't unlock phones. This is not an unlocking phone course, so I'm not going to answer that question. Unfortunately, there's no reason to unlock the phones. Honestly, if you just Google unlock phones, you'll find sites if you want to unlock phones and get into that. But really, we don't bother unlocking it. It's not really going to increase for the amount of time and money you'll put in. You won't make much more money or any more money. You might actually lose money by doing that. So I don't endorse that at all. Carlos says, on Craigslist, is it 5 emails? Oh, I already answered that one. Jonathan says, I work from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Is it a good idea to put in my Craigslist ad and Facebook ads to call me after 3 p.m.? No, I wouldn't do that. Never put any limiting stuff when you guys are doing ads, because when you put limiting things, it turns off good buyers. It's better to just let them call, and then even if you don't wait till 3 p.m., even if you just wait till 3 p.m. and call them back, just do that. It's much better to do that. If you put in, I'm only available from this time, they just won't bother even calling you. But if you don't put in the limiter, they'll call you. If the worst thing that happens, you don't answer the phone. They're used to that anyways. Half of these guys don't answer the phones anyways that are on Craigslist. And then you just call them back when you can. It's not ideal, but I would definitely recommend that over putting something limiting in your Craigslist ad, like telling them only a specific time frame to call. That's best. And that's the same thing. Like if you guys are putting in your Craigslist ads, like I need to see ID before buying, something like really harsh or like long explanation about what you need to see, or I'll need to check ESN, you're going to lose a lot of sales that way. Just post, and when you're done with the call, just say, hey, I just need to see an ID before buying. And then that's good enough. You don't need to oversell it in your ads when you guys are posting, just in case anybody has that. Eric says, I have a voicemail recording. Yes, a voicemail recording is really good. Let them know, like, hey, thank you for calling so-and-so, buy phones. I am not available to take the call right now, but I do take my business seriously, and I'd love to help give you cash for your phone. So please leave your name and best number to get you at, and I will be happy to respond and give you cash for that phone. Sound very friendly, positive, and professional on your voicemail, and you'll get a good response from people that way. Okay, now we could do open question and answer. If anybody has any other questions that you want to ask, well, I'll just leave this open for like 5-10 more minutes and we can get into it. Chris, I never got to role play with you. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Go ahead, Chris. Did you want to role play?
Sure.
Hit that thing. Okay, here we go. Ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Chris. I buy cell phones.
Hi, how you doing? I'm calling because I have. Okay, let me just stop you right there, really quick, Chris.
Smartphones.
How you doing, by the way?
Good, you?
Good. Are you nervous?
Yeah, very,
Okay.
for some reason.
How much would you guys rate Chris's, the way he answered the phone on a scale of 1 to 10? How would you rate his confidence and friendliness? Yell says a 1. Carlos says 2. Kenny says 4. Amrit says 3. Shannon says a 2. Sorry. So Chris,
Hey,
first of all,
it's okay.
I want to congratulate you for having the guts to come on to the group chat and do this, okay? So don't take it personally, but I immediately noticed your tone is costing you probably 70% of your phone calls. I'm going to be honest with you, okay?
All right.
The first impression that you make with someone is the most important. So if you're answering the phone like, hello, this is David, I buy phones, you're instantly, now you have to work 100 times harder to overcome that first impression, right? But if you answer the phone like, hi, how you doing? This is Dave. Thank you for calling Buy, Sell, Fix. Confident, friendly, professional, excited, right? Warm and enthusiastic. Now they're like, ooh, this person wants my business. The tone is more important than what you say, Chris. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try that again. I'm going to ring. I want you to answer the call, and I want you to try answering with a little bit better tone in your voice. You ready?
All right.
And don't worry about what everybody thinks about you. Screw it. Okay, just go nuts. There we go. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Chris. I buy smartphones.
Okay, guys, rate that one now. 3, 4. Eric says better. 3. So you moved up from a 2 to a 3 so far, Chris. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so
I don't know
Chris,
if it's gonna get any better. I'll probably just have to practice.
huh?
I don't know if it'll get any better. I'll probably just have to practice in front of the mirror, to be honest.
I want you to call like. I want you to answer the phone like I am the most beautiful, gorgeous girl in the world, and I'm calling you up because I want to ask you on a date tonight. Okay? I want you to answer the phone like you sound like that. Okay?
All right.
I mean, I'm like smoking hot, like I'm like a supermodel, and I'm calling you up. We're going out tonight, okay? And I really like you.
All right.
You don't sound very enthusiastic, Chris. Okay, so you ready for this? Here we go. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Chris. I buy smartphones.
That worked. Good job. That was much better. There we go. Okay, can you guys rate Chris now? Give him a credit. Joe says a 4. Better. Carlos says a 5. Salvatore says a 6. Good. I mean, it was a step up, Chris. There you go. Okay. So this
right.
look, you're a smart kid. I could tell from your posts and everything. But your shyness, right, or your social anxiety a little bit is going to cost you a lot of money, right? Because you're good with the Facebook posts and the Craigslist, but we got to get you good with people because that's the key to closing these deals. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So that you did great. I want you to try to sound like that and even better on every call that you take from now on, okay?
All right.
Let's finish the call up. Here we go. Remember, I'm smoking hot girl, asking for a date. I really like you. I'm really into you. Here we go. Ready? Ring, ring.
Hold on a second. All right. Hello, this is Chris. I buy smartphones.
Hi, I was calling because I have a phone I'd like to sell.
All right, awesome. What kind of phone do you have?
Oh, it's really good. Good job. I have a Galaxy S7 actually.
All right, and what carrier is that with?
It's Verizon.
All right. Verizon Galaxy S6, or did you say S7?
It's actually an S7. Yep.
All right. And is there any issues with that?
Nope, it works fine actually. Had it in a case since I used it, and it's in fantastic shape. No cracks or anything like that. No scratches. It's absolutely mint.
All right, that's awesome. That's a great phone. Hold on 1 second while I get you a price. How has your day been?
Oh, it's been great.
That's good. How's the weather for you?
It's a little rainy here, but other than that, it's not too bad. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. As long as you give me lots of money for my phone, I'll be fine. I am falling asleep a little bit, though. Are you?
Yeah,
making me very sleepy and waiting for a quote. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I messed up.
Oh, okay.
You're making me nervous, so I'm messing up. So
don't ever say that. Just keep going,
I
Chris.
know.
Don't say I messed up in the middle of a call. Just keep on trucking. Look, when you start messing up, get more excited. Get more into it. So, all right, give me 1 minute. I'm getting there. I know I'm going a little bit slow. Look, whenever things are a little weird, confront the weirdness. Don't hide from the weird because it's even creepier. Okay? So like, don't be like, oh no, I suck, I'm terrible, because that makes things worse, guys. Okay? Whenever you're speaking to people, confront the weirdness. Be like, look, I'm a little slow today. I don't know what's going on. Just make a joke. Like I had a little too much to drink last night, or this coffee's a little funky. I don't know what's happening. But man, sorry, I'll be right with you. Give me 1 second. Okay? Make something up. Joke with them a little bit. Have a little fun. People like that.
All right.
But don't apologize. Don't be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I know it's taking a long time. I'm sorry. I'll be right with you. Because then they're like, they almost like, this person doesn't seem like they're very confident in themselves or their business, right? They're almost a little cocky, kind of. I mean, come on. You're in my phone flipping course. You're the best phone flipper in your area. You bought this course so you could be a badass, right? So you got to act like one on the phone. You are a phone flipping badass. Say it.
No.
Come on.
I'm a phone flipping badass.
Come on. Give me something a little better, Chris. You don't sound excited. Who believes that? Who believes Chris? Anybody? So, look,
Can
Chris.
you quit staring at me? Can I help you?
Chris, if you want to make money, it all starts right here. All right.
All right.
If you can't get over this, then you're not gonna have lots of green stuff. You gotta get this out first, okay? So let me hear you say, I want you to prove to me you're a phone flipping badass.
I'm a phone flipping badass.
Okay, now I believe you. Okay. Now I want you to act like that, okay? Whenever you're on the phone with someone,
All right.
I want you to be enthusiastic. I want you to be excited. And I want you to not care what people think about you. Who cares what all these people are looking at you? You know why? You had the balls to come on the group chat and role play with me. There's 10 people out there that are too scared to do what you're doing right now. That are going, oh man, I'd love to be on there, but I'm terrified. You had the guts, okay? And for those people that are doing that, come on, guys, let's get with it. You have the guts to be like Chris. Get on this group chat. Make mistakes. Make a fool of yourself. Look stupid. That's what it's all about, guys. I mean, ask Amy how many times I've made myself look stupid to people on a daily basis. I mean, people literally laugh at me and make fun of me that I make myself look stupid so much. I make a fool of myself. I'm actually make a purpose to make a fool out of myself, so that way I don't worry about it. If I already look like a fool, then I don't have to worry about it, what people think, because I already know I'm acting goofy. Okay, but seriously, don't be afraid to fail, guys. Get out there and make mistakes, and don't worry what people think, okay? And look, I told this to, actually, I think Eric really went on fire after I said this, guys. If you don't piss someone off by 12 p.m. every day, you are not trying hard enough. So if you're Mr. Safe girl, Mr. Safe guy, and you don't want to upset anybody, you're going to be broke. And you're going to be struggling a lot, okay? But if you don't worry what people think of you, you don't care whether you make people mad, you don't care whether you're going to bother them, okay? You're going to start seeing things take off. You can't please everybody, guys. And if you try to, you're going to be broken. You're not going to have a lot of friends. So, I mean, I'm sorry to be harsh with that, but that's just reality. You can't please the world. So if you're not making someone mad by 12 p.m. every day, then you are not working hard enough, okay? So go put out Facebook posts. Some people are afraid to put those Facebook posts that are going to get people mad. Some people are afraid to negotiate on the phone because people are going to be mad or they wonder what people think of them. Don't worry about it. Make those people mad. Go out there and just make it happen. Marta says, how would you talk to someone that talks shit to you? I'm Portuguese and talk shit back. Well, get on and let's talk some shit, Marta. Hop on really quick, and I want you to, let's role play. You ready? I'm fired up now because this is the stuff that gets me going. I see people that are like, you know, they're not living up to their full potential. We got to get that stuff going. Chris, you still with me, or did you hang up on me? Uh-oh, he took off. He couldn't take it. Uh-oh. Maybe was I too hard? Oh, he's still here. All right, good. Just making sure. All right. Marta, can you unmute yourself so we can chat really quick? No? Are you nervous? Okay. Dell had a question. Dell, what was your question?
Yeah, you answered it already in the Facebook group.
Oh, good. Okay. You're good now?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Dell. I don't know if I met you yet.
Yeah, I'm
this is
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I don't know. For apparent reason, man, it's coming up Dale. So
That's
yeah,
right.
I'm Jonathan. Yeah. So,
Awesome. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate it. How's everything? Good?
yeah, it's going good, man. Yeah, can't complain. Yep.
Good. Good. You making sales?
Nah, I bought only one phone. I've been getting calls, and I get calls while I'm at work, and I try to call people back, but they don't answer the phone or whatever. So
How many ads you got up?
only got 10 up right now, so I need more ads up.
Yep, definitely need some more ads. 10 on Craigslist or any Facebook group posts?
I don't have no Facebook group posts, so I'm gonna post that tonight before I go to bed, and and everything else.
Yeah,
is on
you know, honestly, Dell, one thing sometimes people are afraid of when they have a job is they don't want to put up a lot of ads because they think, well, I can't answer all these calls if they come in. That's a false reality. Don't think that way because you're just going to limit yourself. All you're doing is you're just getting less deals that way. You want extra calls if you can only answer so much time because you're going to end up getting a little less deals, so you need more calls to make up for it. Does that make sense?
Yes, that do make sense.
So if I were you, I'd put like 60 ads on Craigslist and post in Facebook groups 10 times a day. And then you're going to get so much better deals too, because when you only have 10 lousy ads, you have to fight like tooth and nail for every deal. And you're just not going to get it because the numbers aren't there. The more calls coming, the better you're going to get with numbers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I got one more. Let me ask you one more question.
Sure. One more quick tip. What I would do for anybody that's like Dell and is working during the day, make sure you have an autoresponder on your phone and set up a voicemail too. So when you do miss the calls, they'll get a text right away from your phone that says, "Hey, sorry I missed your call. I definitely want to give you cash for your phone. I'll call you back as soon as I'm available. Please, please message back with any questions," something of that nature. Are you using an autoresponder app yet?
No, that's an app I have to get then to use that. Because that was going to be my next question. How do I do the autoresponder?
Do you have an Android or an iPhone?
I have an Android.
Oh, good. So for Android, the app is called Auto SMS. And you just go to the Play Store and you just get that app, Auto SMS respond.
Hang on real quick here.
Yeah.
Auto SMS. Okay. And so I just download that on the phone. Oh, you know what? That's another thing too. I use the Google Voice. Would that work, or would that be in conflict? Me using the Google Voice number?
Google Voice. I don't know. As long as it rings to your phone, it should work.
Okay.
So I think Google Voice is just basically redirects. Pretty much. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I think it should be fine. Carlos says, what about iPhone? I don't use an iPhone, so I don't know the autoresponder app for iPhone. There's got to be one, though. If you just go to the iPhone App Store, if you go to the App Store for iPhone, just type in autoresponder for SMS or auto SMS responder, text responder, something like that. I'm sure there's got to be something that comes up. I don't know if anybody can help out Carlos that has an iPhone and has an autoresponder. Let us know and type in the chat. Salvatore says, would you have a voicemail and an autoresponder? Yeah, of course. No, yeah, definitely. The more, the better. You know, it just shows you're professional. You're serious about this business. Definitely. The more serious you are, guys, about flipping phones, and the more you just dive into it, the better results you're going to get. Especially, guys, one last thing I want to wrap it up is everybody should have a business card, and you got to consider yourself a phone flipper. If you're not, you're going to lose deals because people smell it on you. When you're there and you're giving them cash for the phones, if you're not serious about this business and you're wishy-washy, you're half into it, they see that. And they're like, they can tell you're just doing this as like a casual thing or like on the side. They don't really take you seriously. When you go all in and you're like, you know what, I'm going to get 10,000 this month like Eric on eBay. And you start telling people you're handing out business cards. When they sell you a phone, you're like, hey, thanks for the phone. I really appreciate it. Here's my card. If you know anybody else that wants to sell a phone or if you ever have anything in the future, give me a call. You hand them that card, your sales are going to triple. You're not going to get all your business from Craigslist and Facebook ads, guys. You're only going to get 30%. The other 70% you're going to get is going to be referrals. Who here has gotten referral business before? If you have, I bet it's way easier to negotiate with those people than it is to get those people from Craigslist and Facebook's. Because Craigslist and Facebook, you're haggling with them. They don't know who you are. But when you've already done a transaction with that person, It's like, hey, we already know each other. Great. They know when they meet up with you, you're not going to beat them over the head and steal their money. They feel safe with you. They'll take less for their item than some strange guy on Craigslist. Okay. How many people here have business cards and are handing them out regularly? Say yes in the chat if you do. And if you don't, please go on Vistaprint right now and get them for like free. You can go and get free business cards, so there's no reason to get them. I think you pay $8 for shipping or something like that. It doesn't cost anything. So 23 people on the chat, only 6 people said they have business cards so far. Guys, if you don't have business cards, you're missing out. You're missing out big time. Every one of my superstars. How many people watch the interviews with phone flipping superstars? All my top students that are doing $5,000-$10,000 a month, doing this only 5 hours a week. Has anybody watched those videos? Please watch those videos and listen to the other students and just do what they're doing. And then you'll start getting good results if you just follow through on that. The videos are very inspirational, they're motivational, and they'll help you succeed. That's why I have them in there. You guys all got those videos. It's interviews with phone flipping superstars. I sent you the document when you guys bought the course. Okay. Any last questions for you guys? Kenny says, to clarify with cracked ballot LCDs, you should appraise it as no power. Yeah, I would not for a cracked. If the display works, then you appraise those as cracked. But if it's cracked and you can't see the display, which is a bad LCD, then I would appraise those as no power. Yep. And David Kim, you had a few more questions. I'll let you come on for a couple minutes if you want to ask, and then we can wrap this up.
Hey, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem.
Yes. So my question was, so basically, I'm learning that if you can't get into the phone, you buy it as a no power, or if you can't get into the iCloud, you just don't buy it at all. Yeah,
if you don't know if it's iCloud locked or not, unless it's no power. If it's no power and you can't verify that you find my iPhone, then I would just buy it as no power iCloud locked. That's the only time I would purposely buy an iCloud lock. If the phone is actually on and it's showing that it has someone else's password, I'm not buying that phone. I'll turn it down. Yeah.
Okay. And so I bought a iPhone 7 today. The phone is good, but it's bent. So these are like weird little things that are kind of messed up about it.
If you get a bend in an iPhone and the phone still works fine, what I would do is appraise it the same price as cracked. So if you just type in like iPhone 7 cracked, use those prices as a guideline if the phone has like a banana bend in it. Or like a big dent, something that's like it does cause the phone to be not as good as just plain used. It's more than just some scratches.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that really helps a lot. Yeah. So the conditions that you look for on eBay, like for how damaged it is cracked LCD, no power, and water damage is pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just no power. I don't even type water damage when you're searching for the appraisal because it'll just make it harder to find stuff. Just type no power for all of those.
Okay. Yeah, and sometimes I have a hard time finding like T-Mobile bad ESN, or once I put those keywords, like I get like 0 results. So
sometimes you gotta cut out a couple keywords and and then just kind of do the ones you can find, and then you have to just make adjustments. Basically.
So what would you say would be the keywords that I can cut out? I've been cutting out like gigabytes, the gigabyte size, or like if it's a Sprint or T-Mobile, I'm just removing the Sprint and I'm just putting bad ESN. Does that matter?
If it's no power, I wouldn't even worry about the bad ESN. Just put Sprint, because it doesn't matter if it's bad ESN or not. They can't even use the phone anyways at that point. So it really doesn't affect the price, honestly.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah,
definitely put in the listing that it has a bad ESN in the description. But when you're doing the appraisal, it really doesn't matter price-wise, I don't think. It might be maybe like $5 worth of difference, but it's pretty negligible.
All right. Yeah. And one last question, and I'll be out. So what I was explaining was that this lady had a Galaxy S8 in perfect condition. I said I was going to give her like $400 or something like that, $400 for it. And then she was like, okay. And then she backed out because she said, I'm still financing it. I owe $700 on AT&T. And I knew that I can get it because it's, clean IMEI. Mm-hmm. But she was like, what do I tell AT&T? And I was like, well, that's for you to decide. But I just didn't know.
Them. They got tell them you're going to pay the bill. I mean, what do you? I don't know what they want me to say on that one.
Yeah, I just said I'm going to pay it, and then she was like, you know what, and she backed out. So I lost the deal there.
Yeah, just, I mean, you tell AT&T you sold the phone. If you're going to pay it off, pay it. I don't really know. What did she end up saying? What was she afraid of, basically?
She was afraid of that, like, financing situation. Like, does she still have to pay off the phone on AT&T $400?
Yeah, if you finance something, you're still going to pay it off whether you sell the item or not. Like, of course, absolutely. I would tell her, yeah, you're going to have to pay it, or
Yeah.
The lady sounded a little confused. Honestly, it sounded like kind of like one of those just freak situations that we shouldn't really worry about too much, because it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
But Marta's asking me if laptops we buy with no power. Laptops with no power, it depends. It'd have to be a high value one, like a MacBook Pro or something. Those are the only ones that really have value. But most like IBM computers with no power, the value is so low, unless it's like a super expensive model, that it's not worth paying the shipping for. You're not going to get much money for it. Maybe buy them like for $5, but that's it at the most. David, were you going to say anything else or no?
No, that's it. I thank you for answering all my questions.
Yeah, no problem. Who found the group chat helpful today? Did everybody get their questions answered? Everybody happy? Did you guys get a lot of stuff that you needed? Chris says me. Good. Okay. Sean says
I have another quick question.
Yeah, sure, Eric. Go ahead. David says yes. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Thanks, guys.
I bought an iPhone 6s today, and the charge port, I found that I couldn't, like, the charger wouldn't like fit super snugly against the bottom of the iPhone like most other iPhones do. So there's like some lint or something in it. So I'm trying to like get a toothbrush and scrape it out. And I mean, it still charges, but do I need to sell that as like for parts or not working, or is that still used?
I would sell it as a loose charge port. The charge port's probably going bad, unless you can get it to work really well. But if it's wiggly and it's like kind of like glitching, yeah, I would say bad charge port.
Well, this has got the lint in it, and you just clean it.
Okay.
I mean, if you clean the lint out and then it works and you can get it to work, then yeah, but it's got to be solid. You can't sell it like that. And the thing is, it's probably not lint. It could be just there is a problem. Maybe it is lint. If you can pick it out, try that. And then, if it's still wiggly and like it's like cutting in and out, you got to sell it as a bad charge port, or you'll probably get a return on it. So be careful of that stuff. Whenever you buy stuff, are you testing the charge port when you buy?
Yeah. Although I've never come across this before, so I was just like, well, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah. If something's weird, always lowball, like pay less because of it. Because chances are, if you think it's weird, guess what the person who on eBay is going to think when you sell it to them.
All right. Yeah.
And then you're gonna get a complaint. So basically, you're just buying somebody else's problem. So don't let them sell you like, oh yeah, that's nothing, that's no big deal. Yeah, it is a big deal, because now the buyer's gonna complain when they notice the stuff. So you gotta take money off of that. You gotta buy it lower, definitely. Don't be afraid, guys, to tell someone when you buy an item, like when they hand you the phone and there's like a giant scratch that like you see as an eyesore, or something sticks out to you weird, like the phone is taking too long to boot, or there's a problem. Just make sure, like, hey, like, this is like a giant scratch here, and I know you told me over the phone I said I would give you this price, but this is pretty big. Do you mind taking like $30 off for it? And as long as you negotiate properly and you're confident, you'll get that deal, no problem. The key is confident. Dell says Facebook ad today was gold. Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. It definitely went a little bit longer than I should, but I really want to make sure I take care of you guys. We had a big group chat. Make sure to watch the replays of all the other coaching calls. Don't be afraid to watch the videos more than one time in the course. Just go through all of them. And God forbid, if you haven't watched the videos yet, please watch the videos. That's huge. Just go through them. Watch them all. All right, and thanks again, guys. You have a great day.